your job sites running on confusion and caffeine? Your trades keep calling about their forgotten passwords to access, files and photos and punch lists again.
Man, what's my password?
Buddy, if I knew your password. Oh, the spec book. It's been on more adventures than you have. But updating project files the traditional way, not a problem. If you enjoy, burning gas and losing your soul driving back and forth to the job site 10 times a day. With JobSite codes, your trades get instant access. No app, no login, no stress. Simply scan the QR code and boom!
I can see my most recent specs and selections.
I can see my incomplete tasks. Hey, did you give me coffee?
Coffee's for closers. And you might be thinking, but Carl, I don't want to spend a bunch of money for my trades to have logins to software that they're not even going to use. Well, good news, you don't, ever. I mean, why should you have to pay for your crew to access files that they don't even want to use? They should just be able to work. And believe me, they're going to want to use JobSite codes.
Oh my gosh.
And that's not all. You can add up to 10 additional admin users to your team without breaking the bank. And yes, you can upload photos and videos too. And they're organized by room instead of being a dumpster fire of everyone's random photos. Their words, not ours.
Let's talk about the real issue here. The case of the missing spec book.
It's been taken on fishing trips, road trips, and sometimes, well, just straight up sacrificed to the porta potty gods.
With JobSite codes, you're never gonna lose another spec or leave tasks undone again, meaning you don't have to burn gallons of diesel just to update a piece of paper at the job site. Relax, it's water. Do you think I'd waste real gas in this economy?
Other construction software companies? Yeah, they forget who their customers are. And they roll out features that nobody asks for. At JobSite codes, we listen really well. Take it from these builders. We're so confident you're gonna love JobSite codes, we're letting you try it for free. So what are you waiting for? Stop wasting time and start managing smarter. Click on JobSite codes and, for the simplest way to share files and photos and manage tasks today.
All right, welcome everyone. Thank you for jumping on the webinar today. I see a mix of people that have signed on to both our Instagram. We're live on Instagram right now. We're also live on YouTube. And we have a mixture of current users, past users, and even others who haven't tried JobSite codes before. But today, we're gonna jump into the brand new feature that we just launched, punch list and task management. It's more of a thank you tour today, and we're gonna show you some of the really cool features that a lot of our beta users helped us uncover as we developed this punch list and task management feature. And we're also gonna show you some of the ways that we made it convenient for trades to access. If you know anything about JobSite codes, a lot of the reason why people are using our software is we made it a scan and go process for trades. We don't require logins or user accounts for trades just to simply view information. So keeping that in mind, trying to figure out how we could implement a task management with checkboxes and keeping it simple to use was a top priority for us. So I'm really excited to show you some of these features that we've developed with punch lists. So thanks again for jumping on. If you're on YouTube, we will be monitoring the chat. So if there's any questions, we'll keep an eye on those and hopefully answer some of those questions throughout the presentation or at the end of the webinar. And this will also be recorded. So if you do have to step away, we definitely understand. We'll get you a link later down the road that you can send to the rest of your team, or if you just want to watch it all over again because you had such a great time. My name's Steve Schaefer. I am the co-founder and CEO at JobSite Codes. And you're going to be riding along with me here for probably the next 30 minutes. So here we go. So JobSite Codes was originally founded. Give me a quick backstory of how we started. And that's going to help you understand why we created things the way we did. There's a lot of different ways you can design software, especially in construction. And we had a very particular interest in mind. And number one is we're builder founded. So those who know Stephanie Daly at Stephanie Builds It on Instagram, she's on the Build Show Network as one of the contributors. She came to us early on with a problem. And the problem was sharing files with trades on the job site, more importantly, keeping those files up to date. Many of you are interior designers, you build custom homes, you know that the clients change their minds often and sometimes multiple times per day. So making sure that the accurate, most up-to-date information is on the job site was extremely important. So Stephanie tried to create something a lot like many of our other users have done before, using just a regular QR code system linked to like a Google Drive or something like that. And although the idea was fantastic, it didn't work for trades. If you've ever scanned a QR code linked to a Dropbox or a Drive, you need permissions, so you have to remember to add them into it, or you have to make the file public. They make you feel like you need to download an app, and it's just really not a user-friendly process for someone who just wants to get their hands dirty and work. However, QR codes throughout COVID became extremely popular. So we took advantage of that, knowing that pretty much anyone with a smartphone knows how to access information with a QR code. And we created a web-based web app where all of the information can still be up to date and current, but it's a scan and go process for trades. So we don't require a login, a download, and it's really intuitive and easy to understand. So that's number one, is we've stayed extremely close to all of our users, and we're proud to say that the features, even the ones we go through today, have all been brought to us by builders and interior designers just like you. What's also really important is we're self-funded, and I'm going to be stubborn as long as I can. I think that you can provide a lot of value to your users if you're not worried about paying back an investment firm. We can keep our prices low. We can stay connected on the ground level, making sure that what we're doing for you, our customers. So being self-funded is extremely important to us. And lastly is customer-centric. We're going to talk about a roadmap feature. So everyone who's a current user, you may have already seen this, but when you log into your account, you have the ability to create our roadmap for us, provide ideas, join our beta group, hop on the calls, and help us build the foundation for the features that you want. Really quickly, our Northern Star, our true mission vision here at JobSite.codes, we aim to revolutionize the home building industry by becoming the world's leading collaboration platform for custom builders. Our vision is to make the job site communication effortless and accessible, enhancing productivity and streamlining the home building process. We strive to provide builders, designers, trades, and homeowners with the tools and information they need whenever and wherever they need it without unnecessary costs or complications. A lot of really important things that we live by that are in our core DNA are right here in this Northern Star. So making sure everyone has easy, quick access, but also it does what you want it to do, and really nothing more. We don't want to overcomplicate the software and make it to where it's too cumbersome to use. So if you've heard the saying, just download the app before, this presentation's for you. You're going to really enjoy some of the features that we built out. But early on, when we developed the original JobSite.codes, we interviewed a large group of users. Half of them were builders and designers. The other half were trades, the boots on the ground. When we asked trades if you're open to using software on the job site, almost everyone said yes, absolutely. And when we asked, well, why aren't you? There was a lot of different reasons. Number one is, well, I don't want to download an app on my personal device. I don't want to have to remember a login. When I log in, I don't want to have to learn a new system or figure out someone else's organizational system or structure. The complicated user experience, that just kills adoption. So if trades encountered a barrier, they would rather just go get the old paper that's in the corner with coffee stains on it. Lastly, builders are paying for unused tools. A lot of softwares out there charge for view-only access. When trades really aren't contributing, they just need to access a file, view it, and get their job done. So that's kind of what we've done now is, again, we've made it where you can either scan a QR code on the job site and you instantly have access. I'll show you more about that in our demo here momentarily. You can access a shared link. So it is a web app, a web-based platform. So every page, every file has a link. So you can still text it to your trades and get them access right away. Again, they don't have to download an app or log in to see those files. And again, more importantly, no logins for trades. So with JobSite codes, our goal right now is files, photos, and videos, and now tasks. We just launched our task management, and I'm excited to show you what we've built out. First things first, simple doesn't mean basic. We're keeping it easy, smart. We're building for the builders and the team who are actually using the information. So everything that's built into JobSite codes is co-created by all of our users. So talking about punch lists specifically, our beta group that we launched helped us fix over 60 bugs, glitches, oopsies as we were getting this ready for launch. And we had an awesome time working with our beta group to create the task management system that works cohesively with what JobSite codes already does, in addition to some of the new things that builders want these days to communicate. So again, going back to how we are customer-centric, and it's extremely important that we're focused on our users. Anyone who's logged in, or if you go log into your JobSite codes, in the top right menu, you're gonna have what's called the roadmap. This roadmap allows you to vote on 2 of the current features that are making their way to our roadmap. And you can also add your own idea if there's something that you want us to do differently for JobSite codes to make it work better on your job site. What this does, it does a couple of things. One, it sets our schedule internally and it helps us know what we need to stay focused on. And number 2, it gives us insight as to who's requesting these features. And whenever you request something, we always offer to bring you in as part of that beta group. So ultimately, you get to build that portion of the software along with a bunch of other beta users exactly how you need on the job site. And that's what we did with punch lists. So enough talking about overall what JobSite codes does and what our goal is. Let's jump into punch lists. That's why a lot of you are here today. When we created punch lists, we discovered 3 different areas that we had to focus on. Number 1 is the admins. That's going to be your project managers, your designers, those who are inputting files and tasks into the project. We wanted to make it extremely intuitive where you can do it from your desktop, your tablet, your phone, and everything just works simply and cohesively. Number 2, obviously, is the trades. We need to get the trades immediate access. We don't want them to have to go hunt for files. We need it to be really easy, as little as clicks as possible. And this last one, I know that you're going to see this, and some of you will question it, the homeowner's side. And I'm actually going to talk about that one first, because it's really interesting how that got brought up to us. But what we did when we first addressed our beta group, we had a series of questions. A lot of them were about task management. A lot of them were about punch list features, what software people are using today. And we always just threw a question in there that wasn't related to anything. We said, if we could solve one of your biggest headaches, what would it be? And just about every beta user that we interviewed, I think there were only a couple that didn't say this. So the majority said, if you could eliminate the late night texts, if you can make those stop, we'd love you forever. So what's really important about this text is at first we laughed, but then we realized it's not really a joke. It's a real problem. And it's not just about the texts, it's about context. It's about managing expectations with your clients and staying organized. It's not letting a 10 p.m. message derail tomorrow's schedule. Homeowners, they often don't know the best way to communicate. They just know they want something fixed. And they work all day and they're at the job site when you're home with your families, and that's the only time that they can find to communicate. So the result's chaos. It's scattered messages, confusion, that dreaded text message coming in the evening. So we've built something that's really powerful. And again, our primary focus was admins and trades, but we found an awesome opportunity to bring homeowners into the loop. And I'm excited to give you a screen share here of what that looks like. So now with JobSite codes, you can give your clients a custom link. It's separate from everything else in the platform. You're going to send them their own unique link, and they'll have access to see completed tasks, open tasks, and they'll also be able to submit requests. So now they can stay on track without bugging the project manager, or at least they have a place to communicate now that doesn't send a text message at 10 p.m. at midnight. And all those tasks are on the admin's dashboard ready to go the next morning. So let's jump into a quick tour. First, just because we're on it, let's talk about the way the homeowner section works. It's really simple. I'll show you how the trades section works, and then we'll jump into the admin. But again, the ultimate goal is to make this easy on all ends. It's a drag and drop platform, and again, no logins or anything required. So Shalom, our CTO, has actually sent me a link. We're going to jump over to my phone here. And this is an example of what the homeowner would see. So there's a link generation inside the project in JobSite.codes now, where you can send your homeowner a link to access their project. It's also password protected. Usually you can use the lot number or whatever you want, but this is what that looks like. So the homeowner will gain access. Then they have immediate access. They can come and filter by what's still open, and they can see any open items that they may have added that are on that list. They can also filter by area or by trade. They can still access all the files. So if they want to go make sure their selections, maybe there was a wrong door put in, they can go reference that design file to make sure that that right door was noted on the files before they make a comment. But for the homeowner, they can see all of their past requests, or they can come in and start adding requests. So here, I'm going to show you how we can copy and paste. Let's say they have a notes file with a bunch of items. Normally they would text you that notes file. Now they can just come in and hit paste. It creates individual items for the project manager. And as soon as they hit save, it jumps straight over to the project manager's dashboard. So no text, no notification. The next morning when they log into that screen, those tasks will come over just like this. So now we're in your dashboard. So this is the admin dashboard, and this is what those tasks look like and how you manage your tasks. So you can see here that we have some of those homeowner requests. I can also see some of the requests that have come in previously that I might have denied. But for now, let's just focus on the open tasks. And let's look at the, let's go here to the garage entry has a scuffed door. So homeowner submitted this task. I can look at it and say, okay, I actually agree with this one. So I am going to put this, oh, I don't have a garage trade on here, so I'm going to add my garage door. Hit enter. Now it's assigned to that garage door manufacturer or trade, and then I can assign it to the exterior or whatever room I want to put it onto. So let's put exterior on there. So now I agree. The homeowner said that door is scuffed. I agree with it. I'm going to add that to my list, and now it automatically gets submitted to the trades. So now the trades have the assignment. We know who was assigned the task. We know the area that it was in, and it's already fallen down on that list. A couple other ways. So now you can add your own tasks. It doesn't have to come from the owner. So let's say we want to add a new item in here. Let's say the corner trim. Our corner trim is not attached. We're going to say this is in our craft room. Our notes are going to say craft room table corner trim. So now I can come in here and I can go, it's already assigned to craft room. I can come and assign it to my finished carpenter. I can even come and put a before photo on here. And I can require my trade, before they check it complete, to put an after photo. So now I'm going to hit save on this item. That require photo is completely optional, but it is a good way to document the process. So if someone, if you want to save it for a liability down the road, or you want to just have access to make sure it was complete, you can require that photo. And then the trade will have to take a photo with their camera or upload a photo before they can mark that complete. You can also sort anything that's in review. So these green checkboxes, that means a trade has completed it. It's not actually marked as complete for the homeowner or for the project managers until you badge it complete. That will then change the complete date, it'll mark it complete, and it'll pull it off your list as a completed task, so it's not getting in the way. But you can see all those in review. So these three are trades have completed, so I'm just gonna review them and make sure they're done. And I can clear that filter, and then I can go back to all open items. This will show me what nobody has done anything with. So really easy to manage. When you're managing those tasks, you can assign due dates. Once the date passes, it'll turn orange for everyone that can see that. But you can also see when it's been completed as well, once it's been checked off. So really easy. On the admin side, so let's jump back. I'll show you a couple areas or ways you can access the punch lists. So when you jump into your project, this is your admin dashboard. Your areas where your files are input, those still exist. So this is our normal job site codes where we have our files section. We can upload our files. We can upload our photos and videos. And now you have a punch list either by area, and you can come add them room by room as you come through. Or you can go to the global punch list. That's where we were. That's where the requests come in. And you can literally see every room, and you can hammer those out and add them in. So from the trades perspective, again, it's really easy. If you want to add a punch, type it in, hit save, assign it, and it'll drop onto the list. Let me show you really quick what's cool from the admin on the phone. We're going to add a new item here, and we're going to use voice to text. So let's say I'm walking through, I'm logged into the admin on my device, and we're going to walk into the kitchen, and instead of typing everything out, I just want to use voice to text. So I'm going to say the wrong tile color was installed on the backsplash. There we go. I can hit save, and now I can go to the next room. So I can come in here. Let's go into the butler pantry. Install shelving in back corner. Save. So again, from the admin side, our goal is to make it as simple as possible. And that's how simple it is on the admin side. You can go in and assign those and edit those once they're marked off. We are working on a way to use voice prompts in the future where you can actually assign them as you're talking. So that'll come really soon. We're excited for that. But for now, you can walk through that project, note all your punches. You can even take a photo straight from your device. So let's see here. You can see pictures of my dog here. So let's say I want to add this photo. Boom, that's all done from your cell phone. Really easy to do. Now let's jump over to the trade. So as a trade, again, we want to make it to where they can have that link and access, or they can come in and simply just scan the QR code. So let's say I am that finish carpenter and I just got the task assigned to me. So all I have to do as a trade, number one is scan that QR code. Number two is I just filter by my trade, and there we go. That's my task that we just assigned. I need to fix the corner bar area. You'll notice when I go to mark it complete, it brings up my camera roll so I can take a picture, or I can upload that same photo from my photo library. So there we go. We've fixed it. It's now complete. And now it's going to let me mark that complete, and it's done. So from the trade perspective, it's that simple. You can also filter on the trade side by open items, so if you don't want to see closed. And you can even filter by area. So let's say you're just going to the kitchen for the day, and you're going to work on your kitchen electrical items. These are all complete for this instant, but that's how easy it is on the trade side. No password, no login. They scan the QR code or they click that link and they're automatically in. The cool thing about this is it's tied to the regular job site codes. So they can still access the project manager by clicking the menu up top. But let's say we're in the kitchen and I'm the electrician and I need to make sure I know where the appliances are. Well, there we go. I can go into my kitchen and I can go look at my kitchen appliance documents, and I can still reference all of my files that are still in job site codes. I can go back to my punch list and I can get my items done. So all of the files, the photos and videos, everything is accessible for the trade in that same one little menu. Really, really easy to use. All right, let's jump back to the admin here on the desktop, and I'll show you a couple other features. So we've already walked through the request section, so you can edit those requests. Let's say the homeowner made a mistake. You can come and edit that request. You can approve or deny that request. That moves them down below. You can also share, so by clicking this link up in the top, that copies it to your clipboard. So I can text all of these items to my trades just by sending that, copy and pasting that link into my text message. The way the poster works now is there's a punch list QR code. So as you know, if you use JobSite.codes, it already creates all these QR codes for you. And then now they scan the punch list. Like I showed you earlier, it takes you to the same place. So you can access all your files and punch lists from the same area. You can even, if you just want to have a punch list QR code, we can just say, I only want that one punch list QR code, and I'm going to print that off a couple times and hang it throughout the house. So that way there's no question, just scan that and you have access to all the punch lists. So again, accessing it is extremely simple. On the homeowner side, so you saw that Shalom earlier texted me that link. On the left-hand side of your project, there's the homeowner view. When you click this for the very first time, it'll ask you to create a passcode. We recommend using like the lot number, or if there's an address you want to use, that's probably the easiest, so it's always easy to remember. But then you can email, text, or copy that invite and send it over to your homeowner. So if you click text, it'll pull up your Messenger app and you can send them a text just as you saw earlier from Shalom, and they can click in and access all that information on the homeowner side and submit those requests. On the admin side, again, it's all linked to your existing project dashboard. So if you go into your file manager, this is where all of the areas pull from on this list. So if you wanted to have like punch specific items, so say you have like a punch pool house, but there's no files or anything for it. It only has punch items. We can come over here and we can add a new area called punch pool house. Whoop, can't spell today. We'll save that area. That comes down to the bottom. And now when they go into punch lists, you can assign that punch pool house right there. So that's how that's managed. On the trades list, we give you a pre-filtered selection. However, you saw earlier we had to add our garage door supplier. You can just add it by typing in the name and adding the button. Or now, if you're a pro user, you already have this. You have a new settings tab, and you can manage that trade list here. So those trades can be whatever you want. You can come in and modify that list as much as you would like. So again, that's kind of a high-level overview. I showed you just the basic features. You can go to our website to get a one-on-one demo, and we'll give you a lot more information on how to use all these specific features. But ultimately, that's the high-level view, and that's really how simple it is to access and share files with your homeowner and give access to your trades to come in and get their tasks complete. So moving forward, and I see some questions coming here into chat. Making sure. Perfect. All right, so moving forward, we have some really exciting news. So we actually released this to all of our current ProPlan users on April 18th. So it's been up and running. If you've logged in, you may have seen it already, or if you've logged in, you might have missed it. But now you have punch lists as a ProPlan user, and that's being added to your account free of charge as pro users. We're launching it to everyone else, anyone who's not a new or current user, on May 19th. So there are a few things that we're adding, some tweaks that we're making. We're gonna have all those things wrapped up by May 19th where we do our full launch. But for now, anyone who's a current ProPlan user is gonna get punch lists automatically included. We're not gonna raise any pricing for any of our current users. We're only going to raise pricing for new users after May 19th. So notice I said a little trick there. You're still technically going to be a current user, even if you sign up today. As long as it's before May 19th, you're included in a current user. ProPlan users, one other thing, like we want this plan to give so much value. You guys invested in us early on as a small business, and we're having such a fun time growing, but we want to invest back as much as we can for those ProPlan users who are supporting us. So we're doubling the number of admin users. Again, trades don't need licenses. Those are unlimited. The admins are the ones adding and contributing files. We're doubling it from 10 to 20 users. I wanted to say unlimited, but we're really going out on a limb by doing that. It could get complicated really quick, but we noticed that most of our users would be suffice with less than 20 admin users. So I figured that's the perfect number. Is we want you to have as many licenses as you need for the same price. We don't want to try to trick you into signing up at a low deal and all of a sudden charging you for a bunch of users down the road. So even after our prices increase, it's still going to be less than $8 per user per month. And we did some research on our competitor, and a competitive price is about $827 a month. Again, we're charging $109 a month right now for our pro plan. So significantly cheaper, and because we're privately funded, we can do that. We just have our clients to appease. So it's a lot more fun building a product, being able to do that. So anyone who signs up before May 19th or upgrades or Ads Pro plan before May 19th, you're going to get our current pricing that's on our website, which is our historic pricing from day one 2 years ago. You're going to be grandfathered into that pricing, and you're not going to see an increase after May 19th. So for those of you who use JobSite codes and you have friends in the industry or in your fellow HBA membership, send them out a link to JobSite codes and at least take a 14-day trial because those prices will go up after May 19th, and now is the perfect time to get on board. It's the same pricing that we launched in May of 2023. New users will win. They get the upgrade as well. So it's a little less than 30 days, the slide we used a couple days ago, but May 19th is that date. So anyone who's a current build user, if you feel like you could take advantage of punch lists and task management, if you upgrade to Pro today, you're going to get grandfathered into today's Pro pricing. So it won't go up after May 19th. Again, after that, it will go up. If you're a build plan user and you don't need punch lists, let's say you're completely happy with the build plan and you only want to share files, photos, and videos, that's great. We're going to keep that plan available for all of our users who appreciate that. And we're going to add some new features as well. So on the build plan, we're going to be adding the ability to create custom links that go externally. So you can link to like a Matterport 3D drawing or a Google Drive folder if you really want to. So that will be added. That was only a Pro plan feature in the past. Now build users will get that. And then we're also going to add the password protection. That was, again, a Pro plan feature previously that will now be added to build. And what that does is it gives you the ability to add a passcode on either a site, a file, or an area. Again, we don't recommend this, but we totally understand that there's high profile clients, there's proprietary plans. So if you do need the ability to lock something, you can put a passcode on a file. That way the trades or anyone who scans the QR code will need that passcode. Again, it's already part of the Pro plan, and we're adding it to the build plan. So if you're a build user and you log in, you're going to see those new features already, again, added, and we're not raising prices for current users. These are the two plans that we're going to offer moving forward. So anyone on the Pro plan, you're going to be now on what's called the Pro Plus Punch plan. It's the same thing. We've just added tasks and we've doubled your users. So you're going to have unlimited trade access, the customized branding, files, photos, videos, and tasks, and our design showcase, which is kind of a portfolio builder that a lot of Parade of Home users use to highlight their homes in the Parade, or even in a portfolio in your showroom. You can do that. And then on the build plan, that's going to be more targeted just to files, photos, and videos. So the main difference is adding the punch list functionality, the ability to communicate with homeowner requests, and then also the significant number of additional users on that Pro plan. So give it a shot today. This QR code will take you to our home page. If you haven't signed up, I would encourage you to do the 14-day trial. It does require a credit card, but as long as you cancel before the 15th day, it's completely free. You won't be charged. If there's any friends in the industry, like I said, before May 19th, even if you commit to the trial before May 19th, May 18th, you're still going to be part of that grandfathered pricing. So make sure you at least go get the demo locked in for 14 days. Give it a shot. Schedule a demo with our team on our homepage. There's a schedule a one-on-one demo that you can book, and you can link a call with any of our team and do more of a personalized dive. But we're really excited about this new feature, and if you're a current user, again, jump into that roadmap section because that's what paves the road for our future at JobSite.codes. We already have a lot of good recommendations for the file uploading side. There's been some requests for certain AI tools that we're going to implement, and all of those have come from our current users. So I can't speak it enough. If you're a current user, go to that roadmap, vote on the ones that you like, add the others that you think that need to be there. And we're going to continue devoting all of our roadmap to making it easier on all of our users to have the best communication, file sharing, and task management process for construction. So on this note, short demo. I'm glad we can get it done in 30 minutes and not take too much time. You saw the video at the very beginning. If you joined a little bit late, we have a new campaign. We're going to add some humor into what we do. Our goal is to have fun and enjoy work every day that we come in. So we're going to be a little bit edgier and get the message across in some fun ways. And if you scan the QR code right now on your screen, or you go to JobSite.codes.com/video-voting, you'll be able to go vote on all of our current ads. Let us know which ones you like the best. But it's short and sweet. I would encourage you, go to our homepage if you want a demo, no matter if you're a current user or a prospective user or a past user. go schedule a demo. We would love to show you in depth the new punch list feature and functionality. And for all of you in Utah with your Utah Valley parades coming up, if you're a pro plan, it's the perfect time to start that showcase. So if you want us to help you, we might even come out to the job site and do a lot of it for you. So send us an email, info@JobSite.codes.com, or schedule a demo. Let's have a chat. Reach out anytime. Thank you guys so much for joining this quick 30-minute webinar. And I hope this feature will provide value to anyone out there that's trying to communicate better on the job site.